we all are experiencing pain at least once in our life. In this room, no one have not experienced pain in the any part of the body, but but did we ever face pain in our shoulder joint? Can you imagine? We can't combing our hair when we come to our office. Can you imagine? We can't sweep our body after taking shower. Though we are living our very simple leading life. This is Dr. Mohammed Hassan Shobhal, intern doctor at National Memorial Medical College. I am talking about frozen shoulder. In front of me, all the respected teachers are our chairperson, our chief guest, Professor Dr. Ranjit Kumar Malik sir, our chairperson, Professor Dr. Shamajit Barua sir, special guest and our respected teacher. Assalamu alaikum. I am little bit nervous because all the senior teachers are present here. Please pardon my mistakes. First of all, we are knowing about the frozen shoulder. What is the meaning of frozen? We know frozen means clotted or coagulated. It means stiffness. When we put a water bottle in the deep freeze, it becomes ice within half an hour or 10 to 15 minutes. It's like shoulder joint is like same when we have frozen shoulder. Frozen shoulder means it's defined as an inflammatory condition characterized by shoulder stiffness and pain and significant loss of both active and passive range of motion. In here we see the axillary ridges in the first picture of A. A means humerus, head of humerus, and G means glenoid cavity. There we see the normal person has normal axillary ridges, but in case of frozen shoulder patient, axillary ridges become stiff. We see that. So what are the prevalences of frozen shoulder? Affects 2 to 5% of the world, almost 2 to 5% person in the world at least face frozen shoulder. It is more common between at the age of 40 to 65 years, more in women than men. Bilateral involvement occurs in case of 10-40% of cases, does not usually recur in the same shoulder. 70% of all cases are women. Causes and risk factor of frozen shoulder. We have categorized it in three segments: primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary causes are idiopathic, which is not known. Secondary causes are known disorder. We also categorize it in three segments like systemic disease, extrinsic and intrinsic factor. Systemic disease, most common causes are diabetes mellitus, hypothyroidism and hypoadrenalism. Extrinsic factor, cardiopulmonary diseases, cervical disc prolapse, coronary vascular attack, humerus fracture or Parkinson's disease. Intrinsic factor have rotator cuff tendinitis, rotator cuff tears, bicep tendinitis and calcific tendinitis and acromioclavicular joint arthritis. And
at least
clinical features of frozen shoulder. In my short doctor's life, I have experienced a patient in the orthopedic department when I was present in there. A patient comes with female patient comes like this. স্যার আমার খুব ব্যথা শোল্ডার জয়েন্টে গেটিতে স্যার আমি হাত নাড়াইতে পারতেছি না স্যার চিরুনি করতে পারি না স্যার জামাই কইছে যে নতুন বিয়া করবো যদি রান্না করে না খাওয়াইতে পারে What we ask to this patient, what is the problem of her? We ask, have shoulder and upper arm pain is severe, restricting shoulder movements, painful shoulder movements, difficulty with activities, muscle weakness. Three stages of, we are categorized three stages, these clinical features. These are stage 1, 2 and 3. First stage is freezing stage. It is about 0 to 3 months. First 3 months has freezing stage. In here, severe inflammation of the shoulder joint, inflicting extreme shoulder pain in the patient. But patient can move their hand slightly or significantly. In stage 2, frozen stage, in here, shoulder joint become stiff. Patient can't move the shoulder joint. Pain is decreasing, but stiffness of shoulder joint develops. That's why their daily activities can be harmful. And stage 3 is thawing stage. It is about after 1 year to 2 years, and it is spontaneous resolve within 2 to 3 years, or sometimes it takes more time. In thawing stage, pain and stiffness of the shoulder and overall symptoms gradually relieve, but shoulder movement cannot be normal. Pathophysiology. In here, in left side of the picture, we see the pathology, but main pathogenesis of the frozen shoulder is some immunological events, and microscopic tendon fiber may be injured in frozen shoulder. That's why some inflammation may occur, which is called synovitis. In their glenohumeral joints and subacromial bursa has inflamed, and the fibrosis of the joint capsule. That's why limitation of the glenohumeral motion occurs. In there, the subacromial bursa and supraspinatus tendons may be ruptured and inflamed, and the synovium become inflamed, gets synovitis, and joint capsule become increased in collagen. That's why shoulder joint become stiffened, and frozen shoulder occurs. How we diagnose frozen shoulder? Mainly we diagnose frozen shoulder by their clinical features and some clinical examination, and we done some investigation for excluding the other pathologies of the shoulder joints and biochemical tests to done the other pathology of the blood related, like radiological investigation like X-ray of shoulder joint both view, MRI of shoulder joint, in biochemical test, complete blood count, random blood sugar, the TSH, FCC and FT4. This is a special test. We called it Apley's scratch test and shoulder range of motion. We ask the patient to external rotation and abduction of the shoulder joint, internal rotation and adduction of the shoulder joint, internal rotation and adduction of the shoulder joint